Okay, I tried starting this video already, and I think I'm just very chaotic today. So I'm probably gonna still be chaotic, but I'm gonna try to make sense. I think before I wasn't even trying to make sense, and now I'm gonna try. And we'll see how it goes. um, but yeah, this pasta is distracting me. This is my pasta, but I didn't finish it because I wanted to do this. But then I put it over there, and my cat started eating it. So then I put it back over here. But then I got distracted by it. So maybe I should put it. Fuck. I just don't want to finish it. I don't care. It's not that good, and I would rather do this. Okay. I'm going to put it up here and hope that I don't leave it there. Okay. Yeah, I was like, I'm going to write down things so that it makes sense. Or so that I know what the fuck I'm going to say, but I literally wrote, the internet is a portal, and then I couldn't think of anything else to write, so we're just gonna go from there. But, God, okay, where to even start? I've been recently, I'd say since 2025 started, I've been, something is different with me. I'm already thinking about, like, editing this. Like, why? I don't have to edit it. Maybe I just won't. I don't know. But I'm worried that if I don't edit it, I won't make sense. And I care about making sense to people, because the whole thing about YouTube is that I had to admit to myself that I do want to be seen. But sometimes I really don't. And sometimes I both at the same time. And I feel like right now there's both of those happening inside me right now. Like, I want to, I just love, like, when people just talk, and I love that kind of video. I feel like I've said that before, but I just, like, love that kind of content. And content, I don't know, but that's, like, what I like to watch, and it's not the only thing I like to watch, but I think it's, like, it feels like a trick because it's so easy, but I think it's, like, really important, just for people to share their thoughts, like, their true thoughts, and, like, be understood and heard. I don't know, like, I think when I'm, like, talking, like, I get in my head so much, and I think, like, and, like, time feels like it's passing slower, but, like, I don't think this will actually be, like, painful to watch. Like, in my mind, I'm like, oh, I'm, like, taking, like, breaks for, like, so long, and, like, no one is gonna, like, watch it. And honestly, like, if people care, they'll watch it, and if they don't care, then they won't. And, like, and I'm not talking to the people that don't care. So, let's see. The internet is a portal. I feel like there's a few things. I don't know. This is just a phrase that keeps coming up in my mind. And I feel like it's something that people aren't aware enough about. And they're, yeah, I don't know why everything, that's another shift, but like since the new year, I've just been thinking about like people, like what people think. And like, what do I know? I'm like one person. I know like some people in my city, but whenever I make these statements and then, or like, you know, I just have these theories and then I'll check with like the people, like I'll just like ask about it in real life, then people will say exactly what I thought. So I don't know. I don't know what to say about that. But anyway, like you just have to believe yourself. Because you might be right. I don't know. Don't be delusional, but why am I trying to give you advice? I need to just be talking about my experiences so that, because that's like a more, it's like a more powerful, like people will take that wisdom seriously if it's from my, you have to learn everything for yourself. This is something that I just watched a video about. It was DEJA VOU, my new favorite YouTuber, DEJA VOU, talking about knowing yourself and how, like, if someone tries to manipulate you or just tries to say something, like, you have to, there's so many things in life that you have to do to just survive, but no one teaches you how to do them because they are, you have to learn how to do these things in order to go against what people are trying to tell you is true. So yeah, again, I don't know if I'm making sense to you. You have to learn. Dude, I don't know how people keep track of their fucking train of thought. I don't know, like, people will just talk and continue to remember what they're talking about the whole time, and I'm not one of those people. But sometimes I am, and I think part of it is just thinking too much about you. I hope that was not freaky, but I kind of hope it was freaky for you. Parasocial relationships are fucking insane, and I will die on that hill, but I don't think that anyone is trying to claim that they're not. Maybe they, wow, they're so normalized. Oh, God. Yeah, this is what I mean when I was like saying earlier that like I started doing this and then I started being really chaotic, but maybe I'm just gonna keep going with the chaos. Okay, I'm stretching out my chest. It feels really good, but I don't know what I'm doing. This is why I haven't been making YouTube videos lately, as in like in the past like few days. Because I've just been like so much is happening internally that I don't feel like I can like hold it together for long enough to make sense in a fucking YouTube video. Maybe that's why I am so drawn towards like editing videos now. By the way, my thumb isn't just weirdly shaped. It's got a band-aid on it. You ever get in the winter, it's like super dry, and this part of my, I'll show you on this thumb. Oh my God. That part of my thumb, like, it'll just crack where the nail meets the, oh God. Yeah, where the nail meets it, and then just starts splitting and staying apart because it's so fucking dry. So I just put some lotion on it and put a Band-Aid on to hopefully, like, the moisture will, like, fix it. I've done this before. But anyway, life hack. What was the other life hack that I had? I just thought of a life hack the other day that I thought maybe... Oh, yeah. I don't... It was basically, like, when you're trying to open a jar, I'll demonstrate badly. Say this is a jar that you're trying to open, and it has a lid on. You gotta get one of those rubber bands that comes with broccoli. Really thick rubber bands that are, like, small and tight. You put it around the lid, like that, and then you're able to get, like, so much better traction or friction or whatever. I almost dropped this in my water. But you're able to, like, twist it without it, it's easy to twist because you can't slip anyway. Yeah. But man, okay, so I've talked about this already on YouTube. Sorry for burping. I don't know. Maybe not. Sorry. I don't know. And basically, man, like, now that it's, like, in my head that people might watch this, I am, like, so, like, worried about being like cringe or like doing something embarrassing. But I think that's just because, like, well, not just because, like, but there's, like, probably a lot of reasons for that. But right now I'm, like, specifically one of the things that's going on that is, like, a lot right now is that I'm learning how to just, like, stop feeling shame about things that I don't need to feel shame about, which is most of the things that I do feel shame about. And I don't really know how to stop. So I'm just kind of, like, doing those things anyway, like exposure therapy, I guess. And I'm not gonna go into what those things are, but I guess one of them could be, like, seeming cringe on YouTube, or, like, just, there's so many things about making YouTube videos that could be cringe if I was, like, someone that cared about that, but I know that I'm not. So, like, but it's so ingrained in me that I still, like, have to, like, fight that shame every time. But anyway, like, one of the things that I'm like, oh, I shouldn't talk about that because it might be embarrassing, is, like, that I have, like, a hyperfixation right now on Dan and Phil and YouTube, which I've already fucking said on this fucking channel, but, I don't know, right now I'm like, oh my God, it's so cringe to like that and, like, to care so much about it. But I don't even know right now whether I think that, but it doesn't even matter because I cannot, like, police myself based on what other people might think that I should be ashamed of. Like, no one should do that. It's a waste of your energy. And I'm not saying, like, oh, just stop, because I know that it's, like, very hard. Like, that's literally what I'm going through right now. But, like, just know that it's literally, like, so unimportant, like, that shame feeling. Like, I don't know, maybe some kinds of shame are important, but right now I'm definitely on a wave of, like, get rid of shame. No one should, Star Trek, I don't even watch that show. But no one should ever be letting shame, like, stop them from doing things, I don't know, maybe other than, like, serial killers. Like, if shame's gonna stop you from being a serial killer, then I guess maybe feel the shame. But, like, I just feel like there's so much more, like, that there's, like, so much unnecessary shame in just me, and probably in, like, everyone, because I didn't just get this way on my own. Like, I live in a society. So anyway, lately, my brain changed because I'm like 27 now or whatever, and I don't know when the age is or whatever that happens, but I feel like something shifted recently-ish, and I have been, like, I'm just thinking about, like, how it's literally my YouTube my YouTube bio is, what did I just make it today? I will yap forever if you let me. So I don't need to feel bad about that. But anyway, I just was like, oh my god, you're taking so long to say nothing. But, like, actually, that's what I'm doing. That's what this is. That is literally what you clicked on, alright? That's what I have decided to do. That's what I'm, the energy that I'm putting out right now, okay? So anyway, what the fuck was I saying? Something about, it must be so nice to have a normal brain. God, okay. I'm eating crumbs off my office plate. Oh, I'll show you my plate. Crumbs fall off of it. It's a nice plate. I got it at a thrift store. I don't know. I was talking about Dan and Phil. Oh, you know what? I probably, like, my brain probably, like, went away from that because it was like, oh, avoid the shame. But anyway, I'm so over that. Lately, okay, one of the things that's changed is that I'm not letting shame rule my life, and I'm not letting other people's emotions decide my actions or my emotions. And one of the things that has happened as a result of that, I guess, is that I have allowed myself to dive deep into an interest that I've had for a while, but I think that, like, I've been just, like, holding myself back, like, don't be obsessed, don't be crazy, kind of. And, like, not only with literally hyperfixating on Dan and Phil, but, like, with everything. Like, I was so afraid to be too much, to be, like, crazy, to be, like, something beyond what people can understand, to be, like, to, like, really, like, be authentic. Like, I keep saying authentic lately, and every time I say it, I'm like, what the fuck do you mean by that? So, sorry if that's annoying, but I think authenticity is real, but I'm just, like, so over, like, hating on myself for no reason. I, like, and I'm so over, like, being too embarrassed to even try. Like, I just cannot let things stop me that are not even real, or, like, don't even, like, have a purpose, like this, all of the shame that stops me from doing things. But anyway, yeah, so I let myself get really into Dan and Phil, and And for the first time, I like joined like a fandom community on Tumblr, which I had never been part of before. And like I guess joined by like I made an account that makes it explicit that I'm gonna be posting about Dan and Phil. Like I feel fucking crazy saying this stuff, but I don't think it's crazy. I don't think it needs to be crazy. And I think that by talking about it and talking about all of the like walls that I'm having to like bulldoze in my mind, even to just get to the point where I can talk about it, like that is gonna help this not happen to everyone forever. All right. Yeah. But I joined Tumblr, or I guess I already had a Tumblr since like high school because yeah, I had, everyone did that I was friends with. But I made it into like a Dan and Phil themed Tumblr, and like I've just been like posting, maybe technically shit posting. I'm not really sure what shit posting is still, like where's the line? But anyway, I've been posting on Tumblr, I've been following other people on Tumblr, and I've been like seeing people like that see the same stuff that I see and like feel feelings as a result. And it's like you can't decide what is going to make you happy, so you just have to not feel shame about it. Like you can try, like I feel like personally I feel really compelled to like analyze why something like makes me feel something, but I don't have to like I don't know, like I feel so like indignant. Like I shouldn't have to justify liking things, and like I shouldn't have to justify like why like it's worthwhile to do what I want to do. And these are like obstacles that I have to overcome like all the fucking time, like over and over, to just make things or just do things that I care about, or just like access like the ability to like feel something like okay, yeah. Honestly, I could be being way more chaotic. Like I think that like because I am like I know that I'm filming this, and because my door is slightly open so that my cat can go in and out, and because my roommate's home and stuff, like I'm holding myself back. Who has two thumbs and is holding himself back? It's me. I wish I wasn't though, but like, yeah. But like for me this year, I am just like at the point where I can no longer like make all my decisions based on other people's emotions. I can't do that anymore. Well, it's like I'm at a fork in the road, and to me like the other option is just will obviously lead me down the wrong path. So I feel like I have no choice but to just start prioritizing like me feeling safe and like feeling like I am able to be myself. Yeah, and it's like really scary to make things that express like myself, or like express who I really am. I'm watching like one of my neighbors right now. Oh, they closed the door, but they had like the door open so I could see through the screen door, and they were like interacting with their cat, and it was cute. But then they closed the door. I think they were trying to get the cat out of the way so that they could close the door. Yeah. But yeah, I just know that I'm doing that. Like that I have to like, I'm at a point right now where I have to like actively like make like several choices that make me feel safe in order for me to let myself like act authentically, I guess. And that's like way better than it's been before. But I still have like a lot that I'm gonna have to change, I think. But like I think I'm doing it, but yeah, it takes a long time. But something I realized today is that like when you my eye is twitching. My eye's been twitching a lot. Don't know what that is about. But when you can't imagine how you'll even start to get somewhere. I mean somewhere like not a place, but like a different like mindset or something. Or like to make progress in your life. I don't know. But when you don't even know how, like, maybe not just how to start, but how it would feel to be there. When you don't know how it would feel to be there, you can't even, like, you can't imagine that it would ever happen. So you have to do things. And this is actually true. Like, my friend, I just realized this is, like, based in, like, science. Like, a TikTok my friend showed me that was, like, by a scientist. But when you can, like, actually imagine yourself, like, envision yourself having, like, feeling the way that you would feel once you've achieved whatever you want to achieve, then it feels a lot more achievable. And I was really feeling that today because, like, I've become, like, I feel like I've known for a while that, like, I'm at least subconsciously known that I've been holding myself back. But I don't think that I thought that it was possible for me to stop. So it just sort of, I felt like I just have to like accept this, and like I didn't feel like it was possible, to stop. So, but I'm not gonna go into it, but like I've been just making some choices that are just like slightly different, or they're coming from a different value system than I used to be coming from. Like, they're coming from a place of actually caring about myself, which is like brand new to me, which is like, yeah, it's like sad to say, but I honestly think that a lot of people like go through life like that. just like go through life like, and maybe I'm wrong, but like just not not truly valuing like how they feel, or maybe not even knowing how they feel, because like they're like living for someone else, or they put other people's like they put other people above them, and that's seen as like a noble thing to do. Like really ingrained in a lot of us, like that you should be selfless, that you should like, yeah, put other needs above your own, especially your parents, your elders. Like you should get, you know, married and then put your spouse's needs above your own. But like, then who's gonna take care of your needs? Maybe you expect like it creates this cycle where my parents are like this, and it's why I am distant from them. But they think that like they grew up sort of, for lack of a better term, like serving their parents, like fulfilling their parents' desires and taking care of their parents when their parents became old, and like making like just being interacting with family in the way that their parents wanted them to, I think. And so now they have these expectations of how my brother and I should treat them. And like, it's not based on them having like nurtured us. It's based on this transaction that like they see it as like they've done their part, both in like their relationship with their parents, and just like, I don't even know, because they're not really like kind of like those people that would be like they're not like, you know, I raised you, blah blah blah, like I put food on the table, whatever. Like they're not like that, but they just, I think that they feel like it was hard having kids, and that they both were really invested in their careers, and that they had to make career sacrifices because of the kids. And like, nobody made you do that. I think that like, if you have a kid, you should like, it should be a selfless act where you want to give without expectation of receiving something in exchange. I don't know how I got there. Dude, I don't know, but I'll just go back to where was I before? Okay, so the shame, I guess. Everybody's got all of this shame, everybody thinks, and I don't know, my ex got so mad at me for saying like we and us in like a letter that I wrote them one time. Like they didn't want me to like speak for them. But I've realized that like when I write and talk, like I will say that, not just like about me and like one other person, but just like people. Like we, and I don't even know, like I'm probably talking about like different, like a different subgroup every time I say it, but whatever. Yeah, there's just like, it's just hammered into us that like what we should care about is like there's only these certain acceptable things that are okay ways to feel, or okay things to like, or like okay like attitudes to have like about your life. My dad cannot understand that, like, just like anything about my value system. It's like very clear to me that he does not understand that. Maybe I don't want to talk this much about my parents on YouTube. I'm not sure. I feel like I probably don't, actually. God. I don't know. Like, I don't know how you're supposed to figure that out either. Like, they're not gonna see it, but then they might. But also, like, no one even knows my name, but also everyone knows my face. I just don't see how people don't overthink this, like, all the time. But anyway, I'll just go back to, like, joining Tumblr, joining a community of people that are seeing the same stuff that I'm seeing, that are having emotions about the same stuff that I'm seeing. I don't know how I avoided this crucial, or like very core part of the internet, which is like fandoms, I guess. But I did not actually interact in a fandom ever until 2025. And I just like, it's like totally opened up my view of what's possible. I just feel like I'm not making any fucking sense. But, like, I now think it's possible to okay, look, there are so many people in the world. Only some of them live. This is like why the internet was invented. Like, I'm not saying anything crazy, but you know, like, I'm only gonna run into some people out in the real world. But like on the internet, I can immediately connect with people that care about the same shit that I care about. But everybody's doing it through these like formulas. Everybody's got like, there's just all of these rules that people follow because they want to, maybe because they want like a lot of people to see what they're doing or something, like, or because they want to be accepted into something that already exists. But if you are really authentic, a lot of people are not going to get it, or maybe they're not going to get it yet. Maybe they'll get it in like 20 years or something. But some people will get it, and I feel like those people will see it. I don't know if that's true. It might not be true. I feel like it's really, like, you can feel really isolated on YouTube, but you can also feel really, like, vulnerable because you're just putting what you really feel out there for anyone to see. But, like, I'm just so over, like, trying to make something that makes sense to people based on a template for something that they already understand, or based on a template that they already understand. Because, like, this is something that DEJA VOU said. I'm literally like #1 DEJA VOU stan. I'm pulling out the quotes. But she said that there is no blueprint for original ideas. Like, there's no guideline, maybe a guide, whatever. But yeah, there's no guideline for original ideas because you're making something that, like, doesn't exist yet. Like, you're not going to be able to follow a set of instructions because you're creating something that doesn't exist yet. And, like, I don't even know what I'm making. And because I'm not working on something that people have already done, I feel like I'm not doing anything because I have nothing to compare it to determine its worth. But, like, I know I'm working on something. I feel like I sound crazy. Yeah. Like, I really think that, like, I think it's cool that we have made all of these things, these, like, ways to, like, for example, right now, I'm, like, really passionate about making YouTube videos, but I don't know what I even mean by that because I'm not trying to make videos like anyone else. And there are all of these templates that I could follow. Like, there are all of these, like I could be, like, everyone was doing, like, commentary for a while. Like, I could do commentary. And I feel like my channel already looks like I'm trying to do that. But, like, then when you actually watch them, hopefully, like, you can see that I'm not trying to, like, do it a certain way. Like, I'm just trying to, like, I'm putting, like, realness at the forefront. Hopefully that comes through. But I don't know what I'm doing. Like, I don't know what I'm trying to make yet. But, like, I'm still working on it. And I want to work on it more. And I think the next things I need to do to work on it are become more comfortable, like, in myself, become more comfortable expressing myself, like, feeling how I really feel, and, like, knowing myself. And I also, I don't know why I was gonna, like, try to listen to another thing I have to do. Like, that's a lot. But I guess just, yeah, and I also know that, like, I'm gonna need to what? God, I'm like I don't know what I don't know what I'm doing. But I don't think that I really need to know what I'm doing in order to do it. So I'm just gonna keep doing it. But it is like, this is like different than anything I've done before, because I always felt like I needed to fully understand what I'm doing before I could even start doing it. And that is not how I'm operating in 2025 and beyond. And, like, I just know that, like, there's like a growing, like, wave of authenticity and realness, and, like, I'm trying to push that. Like, I don't really know where it's gonna lead, but I feel like I know that that's, like, what needs to happen right now. Like, we're just, there I go again. Just, people need to become, like, we need to get to the next level of awareness, of self-awareness, self-acceptance, and just being, like, awake to being alive. Yeah. And I feel that happening, and I don't really know why we have to do that, but I know it's the next thing we gotta do. And then we'll see what happens from there, like, what that leads to. Which is so fucking weird to say, because now I'm like, but what if it leads to something bad? But, like, it's just what's going on. It's like, there's not good and bad. There's not right and wrong. There's just what's happening. Oh, I dropped my pen. Not that I'm even using a pen. Why did I say that so suspiciously? I am just holding a pen to, like, fidget with. It's fine. So, the internet is a tool that we can use to like, to connect to each other and support each other as this happens, as we become more real and awake to life. And then we will make choices based on our new wisdom that we get from that connection. And like, lucidity, maybe. But part of that realness is literally like being yourself. I used to think that, or maybe I used to be afraid that, like, once I stripped away everything that I had done to, like, for other people, or everything that I thought that I was because of how other people perceived me, or everything that I learned to do to operate in the world, like, once I got rid of all of that stuff, the external stuff that I had to put on, I was afraid that there wouldn't be anything there. And I think a lot of people might feel that way. I don't know. But there is. You just have to be open to it, open to who you really are. Because that, like, because you have to, like, you have to, like, that's the only option. Yeah, like, shame is not an option. Oh, video paused. I put jellyfish on the projector. I made this. It's a sheet hanging from a pole, and there's a pulley system, and it's tied to a chair over there. And my friend gave me that projector. So this cost free. It wasn't all the way free. I got to buy that stuff from the hardware store to make the projector, but whatever. But, like, your desires might be buried, but they are there. Your true self might be hidden from yourself, but it is there. And why would it stop hiding if you create a hostile environment for it? So I just know that's what I have to do now, is, like, just stop being hostile towards my camera died last night. Or not. I keep saying my camera died. It's actually that my phone ran out of storage. But I'll just finish what I was saying, which is that, yeah, I have to make my mind, my body, like, oh God, my sweater is so gross. Sorry. I'm gonna wash it. But I have to make my mind and my body, like, what's the opposite of hostile? A welcoming, good place for me, my, like, inner child, like, the parts of myself that I've rejected, that have been rejected by people around me. I have to, like, make all of myself feels safe, including and especially the parts that have not felt safe and accepted before. So I don't know if this still makes sense to be like about the internet being a portal. I feel like that's like a cool idea, but I didn't really get into that. I feel like that's something that I could like I could like make a whole thing about that and like really dive into that, like a video essay or something. But this is more rambly, but I feel like I still made some points. I don't know. I feel like I am like both like scared to upload it because I am not used to saying what I really think on the internet. I'm not really used to saying anything on the internet. But I also think that that's like what I feel like, I don't know if it's what people need, but it's what I want to, I want more authenticity online so that there's more authenticity in real life. Like it's all connected, you know. So yeah, I don't know for sure, but I feel like I might upload this. But yeah, if you got here, thanks for watching. My cat thought I was talking to her, and I don't know what to say, but that's fine. I gotta go get ready for work now. Bye.